Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year's. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 260 subscribers. I know to many of you that doesn't seem much, but that means a lot to me, and also my Deftones video I made a while back. I knew that would probably get more views than my other videos, but I never expected this much, so thank you again, you're all amazing. Anyways, I'm starting off this new year by ranking one of my favorite bands, Linkin Park. Linkin Park has been there for everyone. Everybody knows who they are, or at least have heard of them. Brad Delson, Dave Farrell, Rob Burden, Joe Hahn, Mike Shinoda, and Chester Bennington came crashing onto the scene in 2000 and took the world by a massive storm. The band has gone through many changes in sound and have 7 studio albums under their belt as of this recording. So I'm not including any live albums, compilations, remixes, EPs. Just the studio releases in case any of you are wondering where Reanimation is, now you know. But which one is my favorite? Let's go through the ranking and find out.
Scream at myself when there's nobody else to fight. I don't lose, I don't win. If I'm wrong, then I'm halfway right.
I'm unfortunately gonna have to be the bad guy here and put One More Light in the bottom, even though I think majority of people could agree with me on this one. After pleasing the fans with the Hunting Party by going back to their previous sounds, this is what the band themselves want to do, and who are we to tell the band what to do and what to sound like? But this one was just not good. I remember hearing the first single, Heavy, for the first time and thinking, oh, what the hell is this? The track has grown on me, actually, and is probably my favorite song on the record. The record wasn't as bad as I thought it would be when I first heard it. Battle Symphony is tolerable, Talking to Myself is fine, and obviously the title track is an emotional song. But unfortunately, songs like Sorry for Now have these terrible lyrics, and the first 2 songs, Nobody Can Save Me and Good Goodbye, has the band singing with one of the Chipmunks. You know what I'm talking about. This album was very questionable, but it's not terrible, I guess.
On a Valentine's Day, on a Valentine's Day, on a Valentine's Day.
Minutes to Midnight is a bit of a complicated album for me. It's not a bad album per se, it just really grips me in the first half with songs like Given Up, Leave Out All the Rest, Bleed It Out, Shadow of the Day, What I've Done, Hands Held High. I think, man, why don't I love this album more? But then the record loses me in the second half. I never really cared for No More Sorrow, Valentine's Day isn't bad, then I forget the rest, honestly. The Little Things That Give You Away is admittedly a nice closer though. This is an album I have this love-hate relationship with, but man, I even hate to say that because I don't hate Minutes to Midnight. It's just alright, it's not my favorite.
Razor blade is shaded till the play it back, slay him, leave him laying on a paper bag, faded black. In the wasteland of today, where there's nothing left to lose, and there's nothing more to take, but you force yourself to choose.
This one actually shocked me a bit while making this list. I still remember the day of me buying a CD copy of The Hunting Party at my local Best Buy. Ever since I bought it, I fell in love with it and played it constantly. And now, for the life of me, I couldn't tell you why I have it this low or why the magic for this record left. I used to love it, and I still do, don't get me wrong, just not as much, you know? Maybe it's cause I overplayed it or cause I find the transitions odd. I love how heavy this record is, even though it's kind of like their record where they please the fans by going back to their roots. Kind of similar to what Muse did with Drones, but I digress. The opener, Keys to the Kingdom, has this loud and distorted delivery from Chester and gets the album going. All for Nothing features a catchy chorus from Paige Hamilton from Helmet. Guilty All the Same, a fantastic lead single I might add, has a great chorus, a killer guitar riff, and I love Rakim's feature on here. Since my last revisit, songs like Until It's Gone and Final Masquerade don't do anything for me like they used to. I still enjoy the punk-fueled War, the heavy swinging Wastelands, and the fast-paced Rebellion, which features stellar guitar work from Darren Malakian of System of a Down. Still might be a personal thing, and it might be because, like I said, with me playing this record to death, at the end of the day, it's still a really good album.
Show me how to be whole again, 'cause I'm only a cry in this castle of lust.
Living Things is an album I see not a lot of people mention or talk about, which is really a shame because it's a really solid album. You have the fantastic synth-heavy opener Lost in the Echo. Burn It Down is an amazing lead single. I love the crisp production on that song. Castle of Glass is such a heartwarmer, and that's put up against Victimize, which is one of the most intense tracks. I love the comforting sound of Roads Untraveled and the soft closer Powerless. This one wasn't as synth-heavy as A Thousand Suns, but this one had more of those radio hits that a lot of fans know of today. The band got back to their roots with Chester and Mike's back and forth and gave fans what they wanted while still doing their own thing.
Down and obey every word. Steady getting mine if you haven't yet heard. Wanna take what I got, don't be absurd. Don't fight the power, nobody gets hurt. If you haven't heard yet, then I'm letting you know there ain't shit we don't run when the guns unload.
A Thousand Suns was a departure that was a bit drastic, to say the least. Not to the level of their album before this, but this was different. A Thousand Suns dropped in September 2013, a concept record, and a record that people hated. They dabbled with some electronic elements on their previous album, Minutes to Midnight, but go full on electronic with this album. I personally couldn't get into this record at first, but as time has gone on, I found myself coming back to it more and more, and now it's my third favorite Linkin Park album. I'll get one of the main criticisms out of the way. There's a bit too many interlude tracks. Yeah, that's fair, but I feel like they add to the album overall, and they're nice and short and their own separate tracks, so it's easy to skip if you don't want to hear it. The first real song, Burning in the Skies, has these nice bouncy verses with Mike singing softly, and I love Chester's chorus, and that's where the song picks up and gets life. When They Come For Me has this cool electronic sound with Mike's ferocious rapping, and I love his chant in that song. Robot Boy is another great slower track with Chester. Waiting for the End is a great single. No wonder why that was so big. I fucking love this song. Blackout and Wretches and Kings are both chaotic and loud. The Catalyst has one of the band's most catchiest choruses, and the album ends with The Messenger, a song with just a guitar and Chester. As I said, A Thousand Suns definitely took me a couple listens to get used to the drastic change, but now I adore this thing. Yes, Hybrid Theory comes in at second place. I know, guys, I know. Linkin Park defined a decade with Hybrid Theory. The world was getting over the grunge scene in the 90s and nu metal was on the rise, with bands like Korn and Deftones already making their head start, but Linkin Park brought full-on rap and hip-hop and full-on metal. To date, this album has sold 27 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling debut album of the 21st century. The album starts off with Paper Cut, and what a fantastic way to start off an album. Linkin Park are great at choosing an opening track, and I can't imagine this song being anywhere else on the record. After that, you get One Step Closer, which is a song everybody knows, and one of their most iconic songs. With You is one of my personal favorites, and same with Points of Authority, a song I actually didn't care for at first, but now I kick myself for ever thinking that. The album also has Crawling, Runaway, In the End, which needs no explanation. If I had to have one nitpick, maybe some of the moments feel a tad bit dated, but all the songs are still fantastic though. They don't call this one of the best debut albums for a reason, that's for sure.
Sometimes I need to remember just to breathe. Sometimes I need you to stay away from me. Sometimes I'm in disbelief, I didn't know.
Finally at number 1, we have Meteora, the follow-up to Hybrid Theory. Yes, I'm the one that prefers this to Meteora. I know you guys are out there, let me know, but yeah man, fucking Meteora. Everybody had their eyes on Linkin Park and was watching what they were doing next. A lot of pressure was on them. The band composed this album on their tour bus while they were on the road touring, and this album sounds pretty similar to Hybrid Theory, but I think the songs and the writing are a lot stronger here. The opening track Forward is just this 13-second track of some glass breaking, and that leads to the real opening track Don't Stay. And this is not only my favorite Linkin Park opening track, but one of my favorite Linkin Park songs. Chester's delivery is fierce and menacing, and that guitar riff is honestly one of their best, and it kind of gets overlooked. This album has many of the band's best songs that you've definitely heard of before. Somewhere I Belong, Lying From You, Faint, Breaking the Habit, From the Inside, and of course Numb. Who doesn't know Numb at this point? Hit the Floor is this track that goes hard and the guitars have this cool heavy riff. Mike's delivery is fantastic, as well as Chester's screams, of course. One of my favorite tracks on here, Nobody's Listening. Why does nobody talk about this song? This song is incredible. I love the Japanese style instrumentals with this flute. Mike's flow is fun to go along with, and Chester's chorus is really catchy. I don't know how many people will be with me on this, but Meteora is without a doubt my number one. And that's gonna do it for my list of Linkin Park's albums. What did you guys think? And tell me your own ranking in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.